Hello everyone, so today I will show you bolt.new, a very trendy coding with AI tool. Install it locally on your computer and to connect it to the AI of your choice. This is quite revolutionary. I'm very excited about this video. Please try to follow because I think that might be super useful even if you're not a developer. Okay, first I want to present you bolt.new. So bolt.new is a brand new AI that is here to help us coding. It's really powerful. I played with it a lot in the last few days and I'm quite impressed of what it can do. Of course, it's not yet perfect and a lot of things have to be improved, and a lot of person are criticizing Bolt because it's not totally reliable. And yes, it's not. And we are far from a tool that will remove all the developers' job in the world. But I have to admit, as a developer myself, I'm coding since 20 years, I'm impressed of what it can achieve. This is the interface of bolt.new, so you can try it. You have a free tier, quite generous. You can start to play, but if you want to start to build real product with Bolt, you need to pay per token. And then it can become expensive. So just the idea of Bolt is that it's that simple. You write here what you want to build and it will create it for you. I will show you how it works. So what we will do is a landing page for the AI Atelier, so my school community. For this, I have discussed with ChatGPT and explained my project, giving him the link of the community so he can analyze it, and I ask him to write a detailed instruction that I will then pass to Bolt. So I just passed this instruction to Bolt. I think that's interesting to note that the more precise is your instruction and the clearer is your instruction, the best will be the output. As everybody say in the AI world, trash in, trash out means if you give bad instruction, you will receive about bad output. So let's ask Bolt to create this landing page for us. Yes. So yes, he is able to create a beautiful responsive landing page for the AI Atelier. He will use React, TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, and he will structure the component in a modular way and implement the design with attention to details. That's very important. I like details. So as you see, he's opening an editor here and he started to build. So we can see you don't need to be super technical or to understand everything he does, but you see create some components like the hero, the header, the pricing page, the theme. So it's a React project. This is what I asked. And now he's coding. Yes. So creating the component, I will probably accelerate this part. Yes, so I've seen that there is a problem in the generation here. You see, he used a simple quote that is breaking the structure. We can fix it ourselves by stripping it like that with adding a slash, or we can ask him. Let's try. There is an issue with a simple quote. Please check that it's properly working by stripping, escaping, maybe it's simple quotes in variables. Well, yeah, it's average quality instruction. We'll see if you understand. Yeah, you notice there's an issue, and you see here he has escaped the quote. So let's see if it works. So now he's running, but still there is a problem. Show problem. Provide an export named robot. So he's trying to import this, so we will ask him to fix, right? So don't worry, I will not be too long in Bolt because it's just to show you how it works, what it can do, and we will soon go to the next step and the presentation of Bolt DIY and how it works, etc. And how to install and set up, so you can do this locally, because for the moment we have used Bolt in a SaaS, so we are on bolt.new, and the outcome of this tutorial will be to do exactly the same thing but running locally on your personal computer, and to be able to choose the AI you want. So as you can see, he created our page, and it's already a quite cool landing page. Okay, he put some random photos for Tyson Manu, but it's already cool, right? So he decided to do a single page. So with anchors, we have the join now navigation, secure your spot now. Yeah, I think that's quite impressive, right? And since my input was quite clear, the code he generated is very easy to use, and this I can download as zip here, and I can start to work on it. So it's very fast. It's a very good way to start, and it's exactly the technical stack I asked. So we are using Tailwind. Tailwind is a CSS framework that uses utilitarian class. Not going too much in detail now, but so you know, it's a good way. It's very popular now, and it's a very good way to very easily create prototype and MVP. So it's good to ask your AI to use Tailwind. Just an advice. You do, of course, whatever you want. But what I asked here is to be modular. We have a library of components that are abstracted. This means that they are really easily reusable. We could have a second features list elsewhere in our application, and it would be super easy to reuse the same component. So this is what I said in my prompt here. In my initial prompt, I say I want each block to be separated into a single component, and I want the project to use TypeScript and each component receiving clear props. So yeah, I did that very quickly just to see how it goes, and I have to admit that I'm impressed by the result. It's really cool. Okay, so this is bolt.new. It's a SaaS. You can use it. You can just go on bolt.new and start to use it and start to build your product and play with the free tier and see how it goes. If you have questions about that, just ask in the comment. I will be happy to discuss with you, or if you built something already with Bolt, show me. I'm really curious. So there are a few known limitations to Bolt in terms of context and refreshing and rewriting documents and introducing bugs. So it's really not a perfect solution yet, but it's very powerful and quite impressive, and mostly I think it gives a taste of how AI can and will start to be helpful in the development field in the future. So just to say a few words about the subscription plans and the pricing of Bolt. You have a free tier with I think 1 million tokens per month. Then you have a pro plan starting at $20 per month with 10 million tokens, and then you have some more expensive plans. What is very cool, I think, about Bolt is that it's open source, so you can find the repo and clone it if you want on GitHub. And this is what some people have done. They have forked bolt.new and they created Bolt do-it-yourself, so DIY. So it's a new version of Bolt that is maintained by a community that is very active. And the main feature of this new Bolt is that it supports for multiple LLMs. It means you can choose the large language model you want that will be used by the system. So you can use Gemini, you can use any OpenAI model, and so on. This version of Bolt is very active, is maintained by an amazing community. They have implemented a lot of requested features and additions. So you can see that a lot of people have contributed to build this. So it's the work of a lot of people, very passionate, big up to them. And you can see that there is some high priority demands that will be implemented soon, I guess. So we now see how to set up that. Don't worry, you don't need to be a technical guru or a very senior developer. Everybody can follow up. I will try to give all the necessary detail so you can achieve the result by yourself. But the idea is quite simple. You need to download the source code on your computer and run it. So you click on download Bolt here and you download the source code here. So this will download the sources of Bolt that we will then find in our computer, and we'll be using it to run bolt.new locally. Okay, so what do they say? Now that we have downloaded this, they say that we need first to install Node. First, you need to know that there are two ways of running Bolt on your machine, using Node, so direct installation, or using Docker. I will not talk about Docker in this video. It's a bit more advanced, but also it's more isolated, so you can avoid some bugs using Docker. So if you have bugs using the direct, simpler installation, you might be willing to be trying Docker, but in this video I will just cover the direct installation. So the first thing to do is that you need to have Node downloaded on your computer. So this is maybe the most technical part of this tutorial. You need to go at Node.js and download Node for, I'm on Mac, so I will download Node on Mac, but you need to download the latest version of Node and install it. So I will let you follow those steps. It's quite easy, don't worry. If you have trouble with that, also ask in the comment, but I'm sure that you will be fine. So once you have Node installed, then we will be running the installation. Okay, so to make it work, you will need to open a terminal and to locate the place you have downloaded bolt.new. So on Mac, I can do cd and just drag and drop here to access this place in my terminal. Okay, so in my terminal, I'm located into the bolt.new folder. Then I need to install the npm package. So npm is Node Package Manager. So we have installed Node, and now we should have Node Package Manager. Okay, and we do this. So we passed that command and we run it. Then in the bolt.new folder, we do npm install. This will install all the necessary dependency for bolt.new to work. And then we just have to do npm run dev, and it will run bolt.new, and we'll have a link here that we can open, and we have Bolt running on our computer. That's cool, right? It's on my local machine, and you see that I can choose. This is part of bolt.new, it's not part of bolt.new. So I can choose here the AI I want and the version of the model I want to use. So Bolt is running in Chrome locally, but there is something I'd like to share with you here. In an important note is that if we are using Google Chrome, they advise us to use the Canary version of Chrome. So you can download it here. So it's a version of Chrome dedicated to developers. So it's very simple. You just download and install it. I have done that already. It comes with additional features that might not already been implemented into Chrome that are necessary for bolt.new to work. Do you know why they named this version of Chrome Canary? By the way, it's a little fun fact. A canary, you know, this little yellow bird, is a metaphor that originates from the practice of coal miners. They were taking canaries into the mines to detect toxic gases. Because canaries are highly sensitive to gases like carbon monoxide and so on. So if the bird unfortunately died, then it served as a signal, as an early warning system for the miners to evacuate. So it's a metaphorical, So canary in the mine is often used as an early warning signal for danger or to detect a problem in a situation. And in the development universe, we use that often for beta testers or early phase projects like prototype, MVPs, and this version of Chrome. Back to the tutorial. Okay, so I have downloaded, installed the Chrome Canary version and reopened my locally running version of Bolt into this new browser. So now I have access to all the features that are required to Bolt to run smoothly. I also have opened Visual Studio Code. You can use any code editor you want. I like Visual Studio Code because it's very simple and very powerful, and it's full of plugins, and it's I think the most used code editor currently, even if new editors are showing up from time to time. I remember I started to code on Notepad++ for the OGs, big up. And this is the code source of bolt.new. And you don't need to dive into this and to understand how it works. I just want to show you this place, the .env file. So probably when you downloaded the source code, it was .env.example. You just need to remove the .example. So you have a .env file here, and .env, env is for environment, and it's to define environment variables. So here you can put API keys from all the AI you want to use. You really don't need to put all of them. You just need to put the one you are using. So for example, me, I used OpenAI API key and Anthropic API key. I have passed the API key I took from my OpenAI and Anthropic account, and I've put I created a temporary API key for the sake of the tutorial, so don't waste time trying to recopy it and use it. It will not be working by the time you are watching this video. And for the rest of the tutorial, we will be using DeepSeek. It's a trending new AI. It's trendy because it's rated as good as the biggest one like OpenAI. In terms of coding, it looks even better. The rating are even better, and it's way cheaper. So everybody is getting excited about the latest version of DeepSeek. So it's the AI we will be using for the rest of the video. So I will show you how to configure that with the DeepSeek example. So we go to the DeepSeek website. We click on Access API, and we are here in the dashboard, the platform where we can get some API key. We will put some credits here. We need a bit of credits to make it work. So I will buy some credits. Maybe I will buy for $5 of credits. I will skip the process of payment. So I bought $5 of credit here. I go to API key, create a new API key, demo tuto. I create the API key, I copy it, and I will go back to my code editor, and I will paste it to the DeepSeek API key. Here I save, and back to the Canary version where I run locally my version of Bolt. I can choose DeepSeek. Here I can choose between Coder and Chat. I know that the Chat version is more advanced, so we will use this one. And I will copy paste the same instruction I have given to Bolt New, and we'll see how it goes. Here we do not need to put the API key because we have set it in the environment file. So you could also pass here your API key directly, but then it's not saved, and every time you need to pass it again. Let's pass here the prompt, exactly the same one, and we run it. So it's thinking, it's doing exactly the same here. So doing a package, it's installing Tailwind, And here it's still on my machine and it's connected to the AI of my choice, now DeepSeek. It's a bit magical, the feeling for me when to see all this code being written and I just watch. It's a bit weird feeling, I have to admit. I have spent so many hours write this type of things, like more than 10,000, way more than 10,000 hours of coding. And it feels like, yeah, there are some great changes in the air. So it's done, it's running here. And now, hey, it worked. So now we have the landing page working. So it didn't push as far as the one that was hosted. Maybe that the AI we choose is less powerful. I don't know, but it's still a very good piece of code. So here you have a very nice scaffolding project structure. And I'm sure that we can push this way further by creating a way more precise prompt at the entry. And I will keep playing with that. And if you are curious of the outcome of my research, just follow me, subscribe to this channel. I will share my discoveries on my path, on my journey. And I have the feeling that we need yet to learn how to use those tools, that they are far from being final. They will evolve a lot and we need to stay up to date and to keep using them and learn how to use them. So the last thing I want to show you is a way to upload this somewhere on the internet so it's accessible to others. Of course, it's not a final product. You need to add some text, pictures and so on, but just to show you, so you have an example. First, I will ask Bolt to build the solution. So build the project. So it should run npm run build. Let's see. npm run build. Okay. So it's building. Let's see in the code. We see that now we have a new folder named dist that appeared. And this is what we will try to host on a platform named Netlify. So I will download the code here. Okay, I'm opening this code and I will try to host this on Netlify. So I created a free Netlify account. Netlify is a place to host your pages. It's very simple to use and you can just drag and drop your solution. So I will drop this dist. It's uploading. Success. And will it work? I open and yes, here I have my website uploaded on Netlify. I think we're good. I hope it was useful for you, that you learned a few stuff during this tutorial. Let me know in the comment if some parts were not super clear for you. If you hear about something that you're curious of, just drop me a message, write in the comments somewhere, and I will try to explore and share my exploration with you, because all those tools are very powerful. They can do a lot of things, but it's always better if you have a technical background and a bit of technical understanding, which is my case. So I can try to explore and share my exploration with people who have not this technical background, and I'm very happy to do so. So if you're curious about AI automation, check out the next video that will appear right here. I explain how you can create a version of ChatGPT that can interact with your Google Drive and how you can talk with this ChatGPT by email. I think it's a very interesting use case that can open a lot of ideas. So the goal of the next video is to inspire you about what AI automation can do for you and how it can help you to save time so you can do other stuff while your systems are working for you.